YouTube, it's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to another live stream, you guys. Happy Saturday. Listen, y'all, I am tired as hell. But I said, let me come up here and share a little bit of time with you guys because, I actually enjoy spending time with y'all a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I am tired as hell, y'all. So listen, that means that this is not going to be a long live stream, okay? But I wanted to pop in and see how you guys were doing and say what's up, hello, share a little bit with you guys, and then we will be out of here. So thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. As you come into the building to help the channel out, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, thumbs up, y'all. Make sure you are thumbsing up the live stream. Hit the like button as you come in. That is super important. So make sure you guys are doing that. Shout out to everybody in the building. I see Alex, Samuel Blackman. What's going on? Divine Photos in the building. What's going on? Divine Lorenzo Redmond in the building. How are you? Ryan, Wetlow, Ray. What's up, Ray? UFO Kamikaze 1, J Dub, what's going on? Formerly known as Jeffrey Willen. Okay. What's going on? Pharaoh in the building. What's going on, Pharaoh? Will Sellers. How are you, Will? Aaron Wooten, how are you? So shout out Successful MD in the building as well. Shout out to everybody in the building, everybody watching, everybody who supports the channel. I appreciate you guys. So y'all see the title. So I actually just saw this Kendra G video, and I wanted to point this one out because I like what the lady was saying. You got to give credit where credit is due, and so I like doing that. We see so many strangeness on social media in general. So when we do come across somebody who kind of like makes some sense, I like to post it. I like to share it because a lot of people don't make a lot of sense. Everybody is in this echo chamber. Of course, y'all already know of going with the flow and just following what everybody else is saying, even if it doesn't make any sense. You have so many followers, so many people who just follow what they want to hear, whether it's right or wrong, just go with it. And it's good to hear people who actually have a difference of opinion, outside of the sisterhood or the echo chamber. So I wanted to share this one. I want to know y'all thoughts, of course, of what you think about this. And then I have another clip that I want to share with you guys as well. And then I'm going to be out of here, y'all, because listen, y'all know around the holiday times, that's when I kind of duck off a little bit because, got to share with my family. We got stuff we got to do. But I want to try to keep it a little, incorporate, not like falling completely off, because honestly, let me just say this, y'all. Listen, I love doing this, but it is easy for me to just not post or not do lives. Trust me, because I have a lot that I have to do and I could easily get caught up in that. But I like to make sure that I give some time to you guys because y'all are the supporters of this channel. So I just want to make sure that I'm, making sure I'm getting in here whenever I can, because there are times when I won't, Okay, so that's just, I just want to get that out the way. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here and supporting as you always do. So, so make sure you guys are doing that. And we're going to jump right into it. Divine Photo says, I seen the title and I have my gripes about Kendra G contestant last night. Well, leave it in the chat. I want to hear your thoughts. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the clip. Make sure y'all are hitting the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. All right. So let me go ahead and pull this one up. I don't know if this is the one. Is this the one you referring to, Divine? Let me know, because I see you. I always see you in the Kendra G comments for sure. But let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
So you can see me.
Okay, but you have better light before. Give me some light.
I'd rather be here. You can, hold on. So what about here?
You could be there, but we just need the better light because you were bright in the other room.
Could we stay here?
This the best light you have? But listen, it's to your benefit to have better light so people can see you.
Okay.
So when I talk about better light, it's really in your favor. Okay, that's better.
Yeah, but then I'll have to hold the phone, so it'll be hard.
Well, when you're trying to get a guy, right?
Yep.
Don't you want him to see you? What you want to do, Jackie?
Girl, we can stay right here, girl. Hi, everybody.
Jackie, where you going?
Let me tell you something. When you hear women say girl to each other, that's not a good thing. Just FYI. When you hear grown women who refer to each other as girl, sometimes that's not a good thing. That means they're low key shading each other. I'm just saying. These are grown women, in their 40s, I'm sure. And when you hear women's girl, it's a little teeny bit of shade in there. Is they're not really feeling each other. That's just my take on that. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
Where are you from, honey?
Texas.
Texas. How old are you?
36.
36.
Yes.
And what you do for a living?
I am a nonprofit leader. I have an organization working with children.
Nonprofit leader. Okay.
Yes.
Do you have any kids yourself?
No, I don't have children.
No kids. Have you been married?
Nope.
Okay. And so we got Jackie, Texas. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Gemini.
So we got Jackie, Texas. You said you're a nonprofit leader?
Yes, it's actually my organization.
Okay, so you own your own nonprofit. 36, Gemini, no kids, never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
A God-fearing man, a man who is a leader, a man who knows himself, a man who does not fall to temptation, because there's a lot of beautiful women. So I want a man to just, like, if he sees a woman, she's beautiful, okay, but not fall because of it, because it's like you're not going to be able to hold yourself together. So that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, what are your deal breakers?
A mama's boy, a man who does not believe in God, and I would say a liar.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
3 flaws I would say would be kind of just being too understanding. I feel like when I'm understanding, I like let people get away with stuff. Another thing would be, honestly, just I open up quick. So I feel like I need to like let someone show me who they are instead of show them everything and then they like try to be who I want them to be. And then later on you see like, this is not it. So I would say that. And then just not being so hard on myself because like I'm just like an overachiever.
Okay.
Wait, I must have missed that part. I didn't watch this whole thing. Baby, listen, why is it that the flaws don't be flawing? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's just me. I want to hear some real flaws. I want to hear I'm overweight. I'm too combative. I don't like to communicate. I'll cuss you out at the drop of a dime. Like, I don't know what I want and I'm mad at you for no reason. I want to hear the real stuff. The real stuff that the way a lot of women really are when they're in relationships. Those are the flaws I want to hear. And I have yet to hear them. That's the kind of flaw. I don't want to hear these low-key empowerment flaws. That's what I'm gonna call them. These are empowerment flaws. These flaws aren't real flaws. They're the empowerment kind. The women's empowerment flawed movement. I don't want those. I want the real nitty-gritty flaws. That's what I've been waiting, and I have not heard any of them yet. All these flaws are low-key giving themselves compliments. To be honest with you, I guess I'm waiting for the real, and I haven't heard it yet. I have not heard none of these women really come out with some real flaws that are realistic. How you are when you're in a relationship where you get mad when you put your finger in a man's face because you got bad understanding and you don't want to hear what he got to say and you combative and you cussing and putting your hands on him, trying to slap him upside his head, and you know what I mean. You don't know how to control yourself. How about flaws like controlling your anger, getting counseling because you got a bad attitude and you don't know how to communicate well, bad communication skills or lack thereof, no accountability, you aggressive as hell, you're loud, you're ghetto, you're mean, you didn't have a father and your mama was not really all the way there, and now you have trust issues. You don't know how to trust a man to let him lead. You don't know where you going in life. You confused. I want to hear them. I want to hear the real. What are they again? You know what I'm talking about? Give me that. Give me the real flaws. Because these some BS fake low key, like I said, flaws that are, basically complimenting you. These aren't flaws. No, tell us the real deal. That's what I think men need to know. Are you combative? Do you go off at any little thing? You have bad comprehension skills. Like you don't know how to you don't know how to talk to people. You're always mad. You got an attitude. All of the stuff that would cause for a bad relationship with a man. Say that. And I have yet to hear anybody, when she asked the 3 flaws, I have yet to hear any woman really be real about it, because they know this is not the truth. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that. But let's continue.
Should he look a certain way?
I wouldn't say it's like a big deal, but just be handsome.
Be handsome. Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
I'm not into that.
You're not into that, girl?
You don't care? You're not into money?
I'm just not into like, if he doesn't have money, I'm not into breaking men down about that, because I'm just not into it. I know God could do anything. So you can have nothing today and have everything tomorrow. So
that's true.
I'm nervous a little bit because I didn't think I was going to be picked. So my voice is a little shaky, but.
Girl, I had you in queue. I told you I was coming.
I know, but I didn't think it was going. I thought you were going to like skip me and go to somebody else. But I was like, I guess tonight's my night, Lord. I'll take it.
Okay. But before I went to the last caller, I said, I'm coming to you next.
Oh, you did.
And you changed your whole entire room because you knew you were coming on.
I was waiting. I was like, if she picked me, I'm gonna just be in here.
Now, you know what? That is a pet peeve right there of mine, because I think I've been scarred growing up, of church ladies, where they do what she just did. Like she knew, Kendra said, and I will say this, because I've seen this happen in real time, in my real life, with my real family. And where, these Christian ladies, these Christian people, church ladies, they're so into the word and God and all of that, and they're so spiritual or whatever, but really they don't be. I mean, they don't be. Honestly, the ones I know, they be full of shit. They don't be real spiritual. They be liars, conniving, lying, thieves, and be in the church screaming and shouting like they so filled with the Holy Ghost, and they be a bunch of lies and frauds. I'm just saying, I know some personally. And so the thing about that is, what she just did, I recognized it, because it's like, oh, well, she didn't know she was going to pick her, and the Lord, it must be my night, Lord, when she literally told you that she was gonna come pick you next, so that she lets you know that. But people act, when they get too spiritual, they get into God so much, so they start being delusional. And then so she told you literally you're next, but you all act like it wasn't gonna happen, but God made it work. I've seen this happen in real life, and it bothers me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it bothers me. It really does. And it's like, because I've seen this happen. There was an incident where I'm not going to name names, but this person was supposed to get a check from somebody. Somebody's going to pay them for something. And they knew that the person was going to pay them. It was an agreement. Okay, you going to do such and such for me, and I'm going to pay you, right? So the Christian person knew that they was getting the check. So they knew when the check was coming, all of that. When they get the check, why are they falling down to the floor screaming, Lord, thank you, Lord. You came right on time. You knew exactly when the check was coming, baby. You knew when the check was coming. You knew when the check. Why are you screaming and falling out saying, Lord, what's that quote in the Bible? He's not. How it go? He's always on time, but he's not. He don't come when you want him. Something like that. But he's always on time. Y'all remember that? So that's what she started screaming and falling down to her knees and all this kind of stuff, and screaming and crying. Oh my Lord, thank you. And okay, but you knew when this was happening. Did you not believe the person? What? I don't understand. They told you, I'm gonna pay you. This is the agreement. I'm gonna pay you to do such and such. You said yes. They said, okay, on this date, this is when you going to get the check. So you was clearly aware that the money was coming. You was clearly aware. You knew it was coming. Why? What's with the shenanigans falling all out on the floor, screaming and howling? Oh my God, I needed it. And I did, it came right on time. You already knew. So that's the fakery. Yeah, he may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. Exactly. But I'm like, why? That's what started throwing me off about certain Christians. Where, come on, y'all faking the funk. Y'all full of shit. A lot of them. And I'm so serious. I've seen it too much and it throws me off. And I'm like, y'all are faking phony. For real. Like, come on now. And I'm just standing there looking like, well, didn't you know? Didn't you know? Because me, I bring it out because I don't like people fake. I don't like fakeness. Just be as much as you can, be yourself as you can. So I'm just like, didn't you know the money was, didn't she tell you she was going to give you money? Didn't you already notice? And then they look at you side eye, like, shut the hell up. You shut up. Cause I don't want to hear what you saying. Let me fall out and praise the Lord in peace. That's how they look at me. Like, oh, you gotta come kill my fake moment. No, I just don't like it because I know that you was getting this check. Why you acting like it was a surprise? Why you acting like it was just out of the blue? Oh my God, he may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. Oh, and all that stuff. Go to speaking in tongues and stuff. It's like, what? And you're faking. You're doing that. You made them tongues up. It's all fake. It's all a facade. I'm just saying. I don't like that whatsoever. And I think that's what they just did. But anyway, child, I just need to get that off my chest. Let's continue.
In here, but you came back, so. But what other questions you got, girl?
Oh, okay. Let's do the Kendra cam.
Okay. Hopefully y'all can see me. Kendra cam.
Oh, I can kind of see you.
Kind of.
Right, girl.
Yes, ma'am.
When was your last relationship, Jackie?
A year and a half ago.
Okay, you're 36, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. She's 30. She's 30.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I say about like a year ago. Like I was dibbling with my ex, and then we just decided to wrap it up. Like we're not doing this. So.
Okay. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
It's why would I be lucky to be with him? I mean, I'm a catch, but I feel like the man is it. Like women, we're it, but it's the man that's really the prize, to be honest with you, especially if he's God-fearing and he knows himself. That's it. So, I mean, with me, you'll get real love and you'll get honesty. You'll get, somebody pouring into you. But the man, if he is on his game as far as like his spiritual walk, he knows who he is. He's not afraid to tell people when they're wrong. Because some people just let stuff go. And it's like, baby, you need to tell them that they're wrong. Family, friends, if you're a man that's strong, you're the catch, okay? That's what I'm looking for.
Ooh, she said the man is the catch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Have you ever been married?
No, ma'am.
Do you want to get married?
I do. Yeah, but I had somebody propose to me, which is the last guy I was with, but I wasn't ready. It was just too soon. He asked me when we first started dating. I was just like, it's too soon. I was scared. I'm going to be honest with you. I was just afraid.
You got the ladies and the guys riled up by that.
Divine Photo says, turning positive flaws into negative ones. She said overachiever and understanding. When she should say gullible and not a good listener, that's a flaw. Exactly. It's like they don't really want to acknowledge their real flaws. So they give themselves compliments in the name of a flaw. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I see it all the time. It don't make any sense. Thank you for the super chat, Divine Photos. Thank you for the Divine Photos also says, if you look in Kendra's comment section, she posted her YouTube channel. And to me, it took away everything she said. She clout chasing to get her subs up. What? Okay. I mean, listen. What do you remember what her YouTube channel is? I would mind going to go see what she's talking about. So she's talking about something totally different. That's expected on social media. That's what people are doing. People are literally making up stories, making up faking content to get clicks and views. It's all a joke out here. Like, so I am not surprised. But initially watching this, of course, I didn't know that, but I will give my 2 cents on what she's saying as how I really feel about men and women and who the prizes are based on what women are looking for. So, even though she may be clout chasing, but you know what I'm saying? I still have my opinion on this whole who's the prize and all of this stuff. Because honestly, I think a lot of this stuff is just causing more division between men and women. Honestly, when I think about the prize, and I say this because the expectations that women have for men, and I just want to touch on this real quick before I forget, the expectations that women have on men would allude to the fact that men would be the prize. Because if women are out here looking for men who make the most money, men who have all this stuff together, men who can fully provide for them and pay for everything and do everything for them and give them this lifestyle, then the man would be the prize. Because to me, there's more that she gains from him than he would gain from her. A lot of women disagree with that because they feel like, oh, the woman, the man stands more to gain. And I disagree. I think that the women are the ones who stand to gain, because look at what y'all are asking for. And if you were to get everything that you got on your list and everything that you want from a man, then I would say the man is the prize, because women really think that their vajayjay is the ultimate thing, and I don't think that it is. I think men are looking for more than just your vagina, and if that's all that you're bringing to the table, then that's not what most men will get that, and then they still won't take you seriously. They won't, provide all their resources and everything for you just for that. And especially if you've been ran through and it ain't hitting on nothing. Well, yeah, they're gonna move on to the next. So no, your vagina is not the overall prize. That's why women think they're the prize, because of that. That's really it. They don't really have nothing else that they offer that's of substance other than their bodies. And they think that their bodies is the main attraction for men, but a lot of men are not turned on by that anymore. A lot of men are not just, the ones just want to sleep with you. To me, just sleeping with somebody is not taking them seriously. That's just you getting your rocks off and you moving on. And she could be gorgeous and everything, got a big BBL and all that. They'll tap that and they still looking at you like, girl, I want you. So that don't count. You being able to sleep with somebody is not the ultimate goal. You want a man to take you seriously and really care about you beyond your body and your cooch. So a lot of these women like to say they're the prize strictly because they have vaginas. These men could see all this stuff on OnlyFans, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. You see all these bodies bent over, shaking and turning around. It is not the prize that they think it is. The prize for a woman would be your purity. You have not been, meaning you have not been ran through. That your body hasn't been touched, and you're gonna give your body to a man, and he's gonna give you him, and he's gonna just be able to do what he have it. I'm saying, like, that's all for him. Like, he gets to get you in your purest state. Like, nobody's touched that. He gets to explore that and continue to explore that. And, he marries you. Y'all become a couple and build a family. But he gets to, work with that. That to me would say the woman is a prize in that case. But we know that's not really what's out here nowadays. All we got is, a bunch of 304s or 304s lookalikes, the ones who want 304s in training. So we got 304s and 304s in training, and they think that they're the prize when you want everything from a man. So that's why I would say the man is the prize. But when you are building something together, I honestly think that y'all working together, y'all are the prize for each other. Like, y'all are working together, building together. So y'all, the couple together is the prize. They're the winning prize. You're the winning team, because you're building, you're working together, you're working with each other, you're making it work, you're loving each other, you're compromising, you're doing whatever you need to do in order to push this relationship forward and keep it solid and make it work. To me, at the end of the day, that's the prize. But if you're out here just aimlessly looking for a man to take care of you and do all this, hell yeah, he the prize, because that's something that you're striving to get that you don't have. As much as you have women talking about, oh, I make money and all that, but y'all still need a man to take care of y'all. So if you don't get this man to pay your bills and you struggling, what's gonna happen? You're depending on a man to come in and change your whole life. So why wouldn't he be the prize? That's how I feel about that. But people always gonna clout chase. Thank you, Divine Photos. I appreciate you. Successful MD says, people think constant visits to a building makes them part of the church. Some women do anything for attention. Acting is a skill and they have it. That's facts. We got a lot of pretenders out here. Y'all talk about chameleons and all that. There's a lot of them and they are good at it. Some of them you could see right through them. But yeah, They out here, they waiting, they lining up to learn how to they got them in training. They got them in training, teaching them the ways to go, So it's just a hot mess. Successful MD also says, my opinion is a successful marriage is the best. I agree. I do, because I mean people could try to say otherwise, but I think that is the case. Thank you, Successful MD. Dragon Stalin 1001 says, I can't see, I need my glasses. The prize is a happy, healthy, long-lasting relationship where both individuals are fulfilling their gender roles. Great point. Great point. Once again, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah. And I think, once again, I say all relationships are not the same. Do what makes your relationship work. Whatever it is you need in your specific relationship between the two people involved is what you need to be doing. That's why it's important to know your person, know what they want, know what they like. Y'all know what y'all need. Y'all on the same page. Y'all know what y'all goals are. Y'all know what y'all striving for, because that you'll work better towards it. And there wouldn't be a lot of issues and a competition and all this stuff, because one person is secretly trying to overdo the other one and got some different agenda and different goals, and they just with you for other reasons until they can get and level up, and then they're ready to go. That's never going to work. You have to be on the same page. You have to have the same goals. You have to have the same agenda, whatever that looks like. There's no one size fits all for any type of relationship. You have to find a person where y'all agree on what it is that y'all want, and y'all build up on it. That's it. It ain't no special sauce. It ain't no all this extra stuff. These women try to find these elaborate ways to explain how a relationship should work. You got all these dudes out here, by the way, who are not married, out here swearing to God that they got all the answers to what a marriage should look like, and this is what people would do. You got all these young people out here. Everybody's talking about relationships. Everybody's talking about marriage and what it should look like, and a lot of them don't have marriages. They're not married. They're not even in stable relationships. You got a bunch of single people who have not been able to get what they're talking about, telling other folks what a marriage should look like, how a relationship should work, when you have not been able to make it work yourself. That ought to say a lot to you there. And I respect people who come out and say, hey, I've been trying. It hasn't been working, but I'm still trying to be open. I'm learning some new things. But, I'm working on myself because I didn't have the information I had back then that I have now. So I'm applying it, and hopefully it can work. You know what I mean? But everybody is an expert now. Thank you, Dragon. I hope I'm saying your name right, Stalin, for the super chat. I appreciate you. But everybody makes six figures on social media. Everybody has the answers. Everybody knows how a relationship should look and work, and everybody has the keys. Everybody is an expert on relationships now. Every podcaster know what they talk. Everybody is a specialist, even though they don't have that experience. But you're a specialist in relationship. You're a specialist in marriage and what a wife's supposed to look like and what a husband's supposed to be. And none of y'all are wives or husbands. Period. So how you know so much on the issue when you haven't been able to achieve it yourself? You got it. That's got to be taken into consideration. I understand people have opinions, and you come from a perspective of, hey, this is what I think would work, and this is what I'm applying to my life, and hopefully me applying these ideas will work for me one day, because I'm out here and I'm trying to look, and hopefully I can find the right person or whatever. But people speak from this aggressive standpoint as if they know full steam ahead, fully, they know what they talking about, like they're experts. You got all these coaches out here, and half of the coaches ain't even married, and ain't never had a husband, and don't think they'll get one, and they're in their 40s. So when are you going to get this husband that you speak of? And you have all the answers to what a marriage and all this supposed to be. Why is it so difficult for you to get one? That's all I'm saying. And so it makes you wonder, how do you have all the keys? When you don't have the experience, To me, experience is the best teacher. Everything else is just an opinion. If you have experience, like I said the other day, if you have experience of something, you can teach people on it. You can tell them about it. You can really inform them about it because you had that experience. Your experience might not be like the next, but your experience is still a lived experience. I would take a lived experience over somebody's opinion any day, because your opinion is just what you think. Your experience is what you actually went through. So you're not telling me something that you think or feel or believe. You're telling me something based on actual facts, something that actually happened to you, how it felt, what you went through, where were you. So that to me is data that I would like to listen to, because it's based off of something actual and factual, not just an idea or a belief or a feeling or an opinion. We all have opinions. We can all have them, and that's cool. But to me, when I hear, that's why, I think the therapists and the what they call them, you know what I'm saying? The people, coaches and all that, should be older couples who've been married 20, 30, 40 years. So they can give you more of a real life experience of what that looked like, what they went through. Because honestly, when I hear a lot of older couples who speak on their marriages, who've been married 20, 30, 40 years, they all have something in common. They all say you got to put the petty stuff aside. You got to learn to work together. They all have similar experiences. Listen to any older couple who've been married since they were young. Listen to them. They all have the similar experiences. It's not about all this money. It's not about the superficial. It's not about the BS that today's society make it about. It's not about that. It's about compromise, loving each other, being patient. You know what I'm saying? Working with each other, communicating. They tell you, yeah, we had ups and downs, and people automatically go to the worst case scenario. But it's all similar, because the core values of what make any relationship work are pretty much the same. I don't care if you was in 1929 versus now. There are core values that are needed to work as the foundation for any relationship. I don't care how you try to flip it up, smack it, rub it down. The core values that are needed are still the same. And the problem is, a lot of people don't really focus on core values and what's important. They're focused on superficial, how much money I'm trying to get to the bag, you got to take care of me, all this kind of stuff. And they're falling short. They're falling short. So I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that. But yeah, because, like I say, everybody's a coach now. Everybody's a specialist in relationships and what marriages should look like and what the men should be doing and what the women should be doing, and everybody, and all these people that don't have relationships. Just saying. But let's continue. I don't know how I got into that, but let's continue.
So the men are like, yes, I like her. The women are calling you a pick-me-sha.
Oh, that's what they all say. Me and women, it's like here nor there, because women aren't accountable. Number one, of course, I'm not going to get along with y'all. Nobody can tell you when you're wrong. Number two, y'all don't serve God. Y'all are your own gods, right? And then y'all want men to bow down to y'all. Like, girl, God said men go first, not women. Like, come on now. So get mad all y'all want. I'm not your type of girl. It's okay.
Lady, she ain't here for you anyway, she said.
I'm not here for y'all. Women, we don't get along. Like some girls do, but you have to be so thorough in your mind to even understand me. But for you to be the music y'all listen to, I'm not even into that. So we're definitely not on the same page. I don't even dress like y'all. So come on now.
Damn, Jackie.
Like, come on.
No one near on the same page. Okay. So have you always lived by the guy is the...
I want to know what her contradiction, because she ain't lying right here. Divine Photos, what's her, do you know what her channel is, how it's different, or what's different? Because what she's saying here is the truth. I tell you all the time, I don't fool with a bunch of women, and that's just what it is. Because the sisterhood is batshit crazy, in my opinion. There's some good women out there. There's some good people out there, but a lot of them are batshit crazy, and I just don't have time for it, y'all. I really don't. I say that 1,000 times. I don't have time for it. I just don't. And it's just a lot of foolishness and a lot of, BS that goes on, and I just don't have time for it. But because, once again, I'm kind of like, kind of like a keep it real type of chick. Like, you know what I mean? Just be you, be your authentic self. Be mindful of you and who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you cuss people out, stand on it. Stand on business. Say, yeah, girl, I got a problem with my tongue. I like to cuss people out because I grew up with a cussing family, and I'll cuss you out in a minute. That I'm working on it. I can respect the honesty. Be honest about who you are. If you a 304 girl, I'm a 304 girl. I be sleeping with everything, girl. That's what I do. Okay, cool. I know to stay away from you because I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be confused as that, but at least I can respect that you're honest about it. Know who you are. Be self-aware. Be knowledgeable of the things that you do and take some accountability. I just think it's dangerous. People who don't want to take accountability whatsoever. And I know we're all human. Look, a lot of times you don't want to hear the truth. I've been there. Where, I didn't want to hear the truth, but I come around and acknowledge, you know what, you're right. At least, like, Jesus, Lord, these type of die on the hill type of people, oh, you gonna take it to your grave, you ain't gonna never acknowledge the truth even though you wrong. They scare me. Because I can't trust a person like that. Oh, you would never, like, oh my God, you don't have a soft heart in your body. You can't, I can't, if I say something or do something, I know I'm wrong, I'm going to eventually come around and apologize because I can't sit with that. I can't sit with just knowing I'm wrong. And I know it. And when you do something wrong, you know it. My conscience won't allow me to do it. That's why I'm afraid of people who don't have that, because that means you're dangerous. You might be dangerous. You can't even acknowledge when you're wrong and say, you know what? I might not say sorry in a few minutes after I done something crazy, but I'm gonna come around and apologize because it weighs on me. It's like it weighs heavy on me. I don't feel good about it, But if you can't do that, I don't know. Your heart is cold, and you just don't. I don't know that them type of people scare me. I don't feel comfortable around people like that. Because I don't trust you. I don't know what you'll do anything and you're not going to have no remorse. And I got to get away from people like that. Successful MD says most good women are married or must be in Mars. Right. Most of them are married. The ones that are marriage minded and marriage material, they're already married. And the other ones might be on Mars. I told y'all, we are in an alternate universe. God damn it. We are not. We in this is a parallel universe or something, and it's something that's going wrong because the mentality is glitching. I'm just saying. Thank you, Successful MD. Ronald White, thank you so much for the super chat. Says this is befuddling to Kendra's reality and delusional, aggrandizing modern woman mind. Thank you so much for the super chat, Ronald. I appreciate you. Listen. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I think sometimes when you have these, once again, it goes back to these women who are so educated and they make the money and they taking care of themselves. They really believe that they're the prize. So if you have somebody saying that they're not, yeah, I mean, I think most women don't want to hear that for real, because it kind of goes against what they really think about themselves. Because they really believe I'm that B, you know what I mean? I'm that chick. I'm the prize. I make the money. I take care of myself. You supposed to take care of yourself. Who else supposed to do that, honey? If you nobody else supposed to do that. That don't make you the prize. That make you a responsible adult. Just saying. But if you're looking for somebody else to come in and take care of you and provide you a certain lifestyle and all these things, then that person will be the prize because you want something from them. If you're doing it yourself for yourself, that's being an adult, a responsible adult. But if you're solely looking for somebody else to come in and take care of you, no, baby, they will be the prize, in my opinion. Thank you for that super chat. Divine Photo says, the fact someone proposed to her, she turned it down and now wants to be this accountability preacher rubs me the wrong way. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Divine Photos. I appreciate you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think we all have room to grow though, right? Now we have room to grow though, Divine Photos. Can people change? Can people change, y'all? Listen, I think people can change, but I think it's not as quickly as you think. I think it takes time. I'm just saying. Divine Photo says, based upon what she told Kendra, her life don't seem to reflect that. Plus, if she had this mentality in her mid-20s, she would have gotten a man already. That's the truth. That's true. She don't have a man. She's in her 30s. Thank you, Divine Photos. Child, let's continue. I don't know too much about this lady, but baby, let's continue.
Surprise.
Well, I came from a two-parent household, so my parents are still married right now. I've been the only child for 28 years, and then they had my sister 8 years ago, in their 50s now. So it's like I never seen men in and out the household. I never seen what's going on today. My dad was always there, and my mom was always there, and my mom didn't. She didn't disregard my dad. She made it like he mattered. Women make it like men don't matter. It's like y'all are serving us. What? That's not what God said. Get it together. That's not what God said. And then they're destroying men with like sex and the way they dress and how they talk. And I'll get another, what, girl? I'll get another nigga. Girl, do you know how wrong that is? No, it's not it. Not it.
I'm letting you go off. You know you got them enticed, child.
Let me go off, girl.
I'm gonna let you have your moment. They say, wait, let me see. You got some vague questions. True Seeker said, KG, she needs to gain real confidence as a woman. Oh, so they think you're not.
How? That's what I'm saying. See? It's a woman too at that. Like, girl, come on now. No. I know my place. I read my word. I know what the Bible says. Just because it says men go first, does that mean that we're after them, that we're last? It's just the order, like the alphabet. C can't say, oh, I'm better than A. No, that's the order. That's God's order. Women are emotional. Men are logic. Period. You can't even tell a woman about herself without her getting mad. Girl, how childish are we? So,
you know what? Maybe she is just learning this information, y'all. Maybe because she was like, she said, women are emotional, men are logic. Maybe she woke up. Who said it? Somebody said, sound like she took the red. Ray said, sounds like she took the red pill. She woke up from the matrix. Maybe she recently got this information. Maybe she just heard it and now she changed her mind. Maybe she realized that this is where it's at. Maybe she recently got the information. I don't know. As far as what she's saying, she ain't lying, but maybe she just now picking up on it. Everybody don't get it all at the same time, Everybody, have their moment or time to figure it out. As long as you figure it out is how I see it. Ronald, thank you so much for the super chat. Says these moderns don't have the intelligence to understand the power in healthy relationships. Look, no lies detected. No lies detected, because they don't see, you're right. I mean, look, I say it all the time. You don't see the importance of it. They feel like men are worthless, but at the same time, you requesting all this stuff from a man. How is he's worthless? You want to shame him into taking care of you. I think it's the stupidest thing ever. They want to shame men into taking care of them. Shame a man and make him think that this is what he's supposed to be doing. But, they're worthless and they're bums and they're bottom of the barrel and you don't need them. But you're out here still trying to make them feel bad for not wanting to take care of you and your bills, something you should be, and your kids. Like, come on now. It's just insanity to me. And so, it's hopefully they can wake up. I say this, that's going to be my prayer every day. Hopefully the modern hyenas could get it. Hopefully they could change their mindset, and start doing things that will yield them results in a positive way, and not just this 304, stomping the ground out here trying to get to the bag, looking a hot mess, confused, pH balance off, wigs on the foreheads, and just looking a hot mess, running around here, don't know which way to go. I'm going to pray that all that changes, because somebody got to do something. I'm just saying. Somebody got to do something. Hell, you're just sitting back and it's just all of it's just shooting the hell. It's just going down each day by day. It's just going down. Like nobody's, majority, they are not getting it. They just run around thinking they're the best thing since sliced bread, and the pH balances are getting worse. They're getting worse. They're getting worse. So how is it they're getting worse? That means y'all got to do something to change. And the expectations are getting higher. Everything else is shooting to the goddamn ground, going to hell, and their expectations steadily rising. The more baby daddies you get, the higher your expectations go. And the more you trash men, but you still looking for one to take care of you and your kids. Make it all make sense. You can't. You cannot. Because it just won't work. There's no way. Even in this alternate universe, this parallel universe I think that we in, child, it is never going to work. Y'all going backwards. The wigs are getting bigger. They're getting longer. The nails getting longer. Everything getting bad. Everything getting worse. But the more the worse it get, the more you think you the bad bee. I'm that bad. Everybody's a bad bee. Everybody. I'm that chick. I'm that bee. First off, why you calling yourself a bee? If you saying you that bee, you the main bee, baby. Who was want to deal with that? Nobody want to walk around and call their woman a bee all day. I got the baddest bee. Oh, really? Okay, all right. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, baby. You happy running around with the baddest bitch? I'm just saying. Had to say it. And you happy about that? That you feel good? Child. So, thank you, Rondo, once again for the super chat. I appreciate you. It's just a hot mess. It's how they say it. It's a this is going to hell in the handbasket, child. And it might be a Louis Vuitton handbasket, child, because that's all they care about. Name brands and bonnets. And the bonnet crew is alive and well. The bonnet crew is growing in numbers, child. They taking members, okay? That's how bad it is. They're recruiting you to join the bonnet crew because they growing in numbers. And they want everybody to be a part of the bonnet crew and the sister. Bonnet crew sisterhood is live in effect, waiting to recruit you in a city near you. They want to recruit you and indoctrinate you into the idea of feminism and I don't need no man BS. I'm just saying. Ciao. Ronald, thank you for the super chat. Says, do the results show black women falling behind other races of women who believe in the power of healthy relationships? Do the results show black women falling behind other races of women who believe in the power of healthy relationships? Yes, it does. Is that a question? Or do they even see it? But they don't see it that way. When you look at all of the stats and you look at the stats that people have pulled up and people go to, and you can go to yourself, it shows. Well, on one hand, it shows that black women are the most educated, like they're doing so well. They're the most enrolled in college, okay? But they're also the most in debt. They're in debt, well, or whatever. The numbers are high. I'll say that. The numbers are high. There are a lot of women who are, struggling to pay rent and afford rent. There's it's a lot of, on one hand, and this is where, I think they take the part that makes them look good and they run with it. But then the other parts that show up, they don't want to acknowledge that. So if you listen to black women saying, oh, black women are the most educated and black women are at the top and black men are at the bottom, and you look at the amount of money that the majority of black women make and the amount of money that the majority of black women make, and just the amount of money that the majority of people, no matter what the race is, what they make, it is not everybody making six figures. See, that's the thing. That's the gag. All these people have you thinking that everybody's making six figures, and they're not. The majority of the country is not making that. No matter if you white, black, green, blue, purple, they're not making that. That's not the majority. And then black women are that smaller percentage down at the bottom, where what they say, the average black woman makes maybe 30, 40 something thousand a year. But if that's the majority. But if you listen to black women, they're all these PhDs making all this money, and even your college degrees does not equate to you making six figures. That's the thing. A lot of these women have degrees and they're in debt trying to pay them back, and they're only making anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 a year. Now, there are some women who make more, but it's a small percentage. It's not the majority. So where's all this money coming from? Where's all this money coming from? How are y'all doing so much better than the black men when you're not? Where is it coming from? And if y'all making all this money, y'all need to start using it. Y'all need to start spending it on the things that matter. Because if you making all this money, honey, you blowing it on wigs and bags and shoes, you got to do better. You got to do better financially. You need a financial coach. You need somebody to try to coach you in how to, grow your money and not just spend it all. Because I mean, at this rate, this is why y'all need sugar daddies and why y'all need somebody to come in and pay y'all bills, because y'all struggling to do it. Even if you did make a lot of money, you're blowing it all on a bunch of nonsense. So at the end of the day, you still gonna be broke. And then this is where I don't understand too, where you have a lot of women saying, well, these men don't go to college. Yeah, maybe they don't have to. They go do other things to make their money. And if they're budgeting their money, like I personally believe most men are a lot more frugal than men. Yeah, there's some men who splurge and spend a lot of money, but a lot of men don't. They spend, they're wiser with their spending from what I've seen. They're a bit more frugal with their coins than women are. They're a little bit more, they'll think about their purchases from what I've seen. Women, we just see it, we want it, we get it. Men think about, and that's what a lot of women don't like. You don't like, because every time you want something, oh, he got to hold on, let's wait. They got a plan. They got to strategically think about where they're going to put this coin and if it's beneficial and how they do that. We don't do that. We just see something we want it. Let's buy it. You don't think about, okay, wait a minute, do we really need it? Or let's budget for that, or let's wait. Even if you have a decent amount of money, I still find that men are a little bit more, smarter with their money. They think about their purchases. Women just go out and just buy a bunch of stuff they don't really need. When men kind of analyze it, hold on, wait a minute, they don't go try to spend the most on everything, and this is why you have women who call them cheap. Oh, they cheap, and I don't like no cheap man. I didn't just spend money on me. Yeah, you want him to spend all his money that he's worked hard for to just blow it on something he knows is not worth it. And that's what women want. They want men who want to do that, because they're tired of doing it. They know they're going broke doing it. You going broke buying all them wigs, buying all them nails, buying all that lifestyle, that upkeep. You going broke. So now you want them to come and go broke with you, while shaming them for not wanting to spend their money on a bunch of bullshit. It's insane to me. But you constantly calling men broke and dusty and all that because they don't want to. Oh, you just can't afford a woman like that. Okay, well, you know what? It'd be smart to say, okay, you're right. I can't afford a woman like that because I want to build something. I don't want to just go broke on a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're going to have to take them wigs off at some point. I mean, when all your scalp is gone and you got alopecia and your scalp is, your hairline is gone, you're going to have to take that stuff off. I mean, I've literally seen women with sores on their hairline from wearing those wigs constantly. Eventually, you're going to have to take that stuff off and tend to your scalp. But they want to wear these things to no end, and it costs money. They're not cheap. And so, but you want a man to come in and do all that, child. It's just a bunch of bullshit. It's a mess. Thank you, Ronald, for the super chat, child. Let's continue.
So get mad all y'all want. Say whatever y'all want. I don't care.
Okay. Albert C said, let her cook.
Yes.
I want to jump in with some thoughts on this conversation. I think that the unfortunate thing is there are a lot of men that do walk around thinking they're the prize, but it's not all men. It's the group of men that a lot of women want, right? And there's usually a group of men that they have the aesthetics because we now know men have heard time and time again, you got to be 6 feet. So we got 6 feet gods walking around. Women have said all the time, I want a man with money. So you got the man with money walking around with guys. But then there's also men who are humble, but good guys who might get
Yes.
overlooked
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have the money, or might get overlooked because they don't have the height,
Right.
but
Yep.
truly are good men. And I
Yep.
think if two people could find each other to do life with, then I will agree that both could be the prize. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel like whenever you're with a man and he thinks he's the prize, I don't know if that's a good
Well,
relationship.
that's not it. Like I said, humility. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I said that. I'll rewind. If I didn't say that, let's retract. Humility, right? So humility goes a long way. You can have everything and you're so humble, it doesn't even matter, because it can go in one day. You see all these celebrities falling down in one day, right?
Yeah, and it's the funny thing about that is women always want something they're not willing to give. Women always want men to be humble, but they're not humble themselves. They're the least humble out of everybody. Women go out here and quickly they get some money. Oh, now they think they the boss bee. I'm on top. You can't stand next to me. You can't sit with us. Women are the most unhumble people I know with something. You get something, you take on this attitude, and you run with it, baby. They run with it, but you want men to be humble because you're not. That's crazy. A man is confident about himself. Now you wanna humble him because you can't stand the fact that he's doing well. But when you do well, oh, you don't give a damn about what nobody say. You ain't trying to be humble. I don't know. The majority of women who have money like that, or think that they're the baddest, they are not humble whatsoever. They ready to tell you ain't ish in a heartbeat. They're ready to tell you, Dusty, be gone, get out of my face. You can't afford this. Oh, they ready to tell you with the quickness. They do it all the time. So but when you see successful, confident men, oh, he probably humble me because you do it. Once again, I always say it's a projection thing. A lot of these women are projecting their own feelings and the way they are onto men. They know how they act when they get some money. They know how they act and how they move. And then when you have it, they think you're going to do them like they would do you. That's just what it is. Women are never, a lot of these women are not humble whatsoever. But you want to try to tell a man to be humble? Like, stop. Ronald says, I meant cumulative success tends to focus on the result of healthy relationships. Weaker gender won't survive alone. And who would be the weaker gender? That would be the women, right? Cumulative success tends to focus on the result of healthy relationships. Weaker gender won't survive alone. And I think it's not meant for us to be alone. I think it's meant for us to work together. That's why we were placed here. It's meant for us to work together for a reason. It's not meant for one person to try to do it all and carry the load of everything. And this is what a lot of these women are complaining about. They're complaining about it, but they don't want to do what's necessary to get them to a better place with somebody else. That's the thing. Because if it's not the way they want it, then they don't want it, while still complaining about not having it. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, thank you, Ronald. I appreciate you for the super chat. So that's why I say men are damned if they do, damned if they don't, because there's no pleasing these women. These women are lost in the sauce. They're confused and combative as hell. They think they know what they're talking about. They think they're going about it the right way. And the older they get, they realize this. They really be in panic mode. You see these 60-year-old women on these shows complaining and looking like they scared, like, oh my God, like they're claiming, oh, I'm good. I'm good. Like Vivica Fox, oh, I'm good by myself. But you still want a man. I need a man who's going to be okay with who I am and what I do and not be intimidated and take me shopping. Like, what the hell is going on? This can't be real. And so you still sitting here saying the same stuff, but all the while, ain't nobody there trying to take you shopping. Ain't nobody there trying to be with you at this point. You missed out on those opportunities, and that's just what it is. Instead of being aware of that and acknowledge that, they look a little scared, to be honest. And of course, you're not gonna. Women are very, I don't know. You hate to tell the truth. I'll say that. You don't want to be real about it because it makes you look bad in their minds. But honestly, I think being honest about it make you look better. Sitting here being delusional it doesn't look good. you know. But they're delusional in this state of delusion where they're sitting here convincing themselves that they're doing the right things and I will not settle because that's what we're not. And then you get your girl, that's right. Don't you settle, girl. Yeah, you 65, girl. Don't you settle, girl. Yeah, girl, because you got more life ahead of you. And girl, you shouldn't, like, what? I'm just saying, like, why? And then their girlfriends are setting them up for failure and lying to them. So all y'all in this delusional state. The sisterhood is full of lies and confusion. It has nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do with anything positive. They sitting here lying. Just like they'll tell a big 400-pound, 500-pound woman that she's beautiful and that she look good and she can get any man she want. You know that's a goddamn lie. You know that's a lie. The same way they would say Lizzo losing weight now, but they were like, oh, Lizzo is so gorgeous and beautiful just the way she is. And then turn around, do you want to be compared to her? Do you want to look like her? Then they quiet. You hear crickets. Cause you know you don't want to be no 400-pound, 600-pound life. You wouldn't want to trade places with her. And if you did, you'll be trying to lose weight. So, it's a bunch of BS, it's a bunch of lies and delusion and all kinds of stuff. So why would I want to be a part of that? Why would people even want to sign up for that? Why would you want to be a part of the Bonnet crew? Why would you want to sign up? For everybody to sit here and just look at each other and know one is overweight, one is 1,000 pounds, one is, bonnet shock, don't know how to let it go. One is in delusional land saying they will not settle over and over. I will not settle. And y'all in this echo chamber of delusion, sitting here telling everybody they're beautiful. We're all tens. Let's say it together. We're all tens. And you crying and y'all because y'all know it's a lie. Y'all sitting there trying to convince yourselves of that. And this is why when one of the sisterhood, Bonnet crew members break off and see the light, oh, you ready to condemn her. Oh my God. How dare she break away from the Bonnet crew and go do her own thing and get a man. Oh my God. The 4B movement. What are you doing? How dare you break off and get a man and try to couple up and get married? How dare you? Oh, she's thrown out of the Bonnet crew. She can't speak to y'all. Y'all done casted her out because she said, I'm tired of this shit. I want a man. Let me go get, I'm tired of hanging around y'all all day, 27, going on all these girls trips, 24/7 every day with all these cooches around with pH balances off. I'm tired of smelling this. I'm tired of being around this. I want to go get me a man. Oh my God. She's cast into the lake of fire, child. Y'all don't want to have nothing to do with her. Because y'all are so pissed that she decided she wanted something different. So, it's a delusional state and they all sitting there crying and convincing themselves they're on the right track. But you can see the glaze in their eyes like, did I make the right decision? I don't know, Did I? And then they go to sister, girl, yes, you did. You ain't gonna settle. Keep saying it. I will not settle. All right, I will not settle. And there they go. Let's continue.
So humility is the key and love is the key. But you got to also be seeking out God so you can slay your flesh and not fall to these women who are treacherous, but they're beautiful. Face crazy, body crazy, but she's a witch. She's treacherous. She's demonic. You get what I'm saying? Will show every part of her body and make a man feel like he's so less. What? You don't got no money? What? Girl, you show everything. There's nothing left for your man. You shouldn't even be showing all of that. And then get mad if somebody's like, want to have sex with you. Well, you was advertising it. Like, do you have confidence? I could cover my whole body up. You get what I'm saying? So
you guys listen. I have just one question. Do you judge men that maybe are promiscuous and sleep with a lot of different women, or you don't?
Well, my thing is that I'm really, I could say it's judging, but it's like this. When you're not in line, you just rub me the wrong way. So as a man, I expect you to hold yourself in line. Like I said, yes, acknowledge that women are beautiful, but don't fall to everyone because you could get yourself in some trouble, right? You get somebody pregnant, now you got a crazy baby's mom. or now you get an STD, or now you're traumatized because you thought you could trust her because how beautiful she was. And then now you meet another chick, she's all tore up because you do her wrong because somebody, and if a woman, same thing. Like if you're beautiful and you're thinking that it's just your looks and what the money you got or the purse you have, or you get your nails done every week, that you're above somebody, or that you're chasing a bag, you're above somebody. I don't like none of that. It rubs me the wrong way. I could never hang with people like that. We never got along because that's not how I was raised. My family has money, right? They're doing well for themselves. So I like bags and stuff. That doesn't impress me because my dad and mom bought me that. I was wearing Louis Vuitton in like high school. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, oh, letting my friends wear it and everything. Getting in trouble. Why are you giving your purses away? Right? So none of that impresses me. No dates, you spend all your money on me. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about your heart and your soul. What's up with you? What traumatized you? Can we get through this? Can I talk to you? Can we talk about it? Not what do you bring to that table? How much money you got?
Right.
What can you buy me?
Food.
Girl, he can buy you a purse and be crazy as hell.
Right.
And stalking you.
Okay. They said let her cook. We got some more. The men love you, girl. Truth to God said, ma'am, I love the way you think. God is doing his thing in your life.
I got a little chat. Look, I ain't even gonna say it, but I tried to start my little YouTube to tell people this because I said, Lord, I'm tired of being quiet. People really got it twisted. And I've been underneath the surface for a long time, right? Because everybody likes a certain look. And then I'm like, I'm not even worried about what they like. I know what's in my heart, and I'm so tired of holding on to this and just talking to my group of friends, and we're all like, yes, this is wrong. The way the world is doing it is wrong. They have left what God said, and they're letting the women lead. It's like the devil stepped back, like, what can I do? Right? And, well, men love women. Let's make the women lose their mind and lose every piece of value they have, and now the men are going to be out of their position, so they can't protect children, they can't protect women, they can't lead, they can't do nothing they're supposed to do because they're so into lust. And it's like, no, get out of that. God is like, wrap it up, okay? Wrap it up. Come back to yourself, men. Y'all got some power, okay? And y'all are leaders. Don't fall down to that. Don't fall down to these women, okay?
Diva's Vault said, men are the catch, women are the prize.
Because there are protectors. So.
Okay. I come in peace said, all that picking me, but still ain't got picked.
Ain't nobody worried about that. I get options, but like I said, I do what I'm supposed to do. I'm not worried about just picking who want to be with.
Child, look, and the pick me stuff need to go out the window because they call married women pick me. They call me a pick me. Child, I've been picked for a long time, and we trying to get y'all to get some sense in y'all head so y'all can get picked. Cause you always, for the hyenas, as Crimson Cure would say, who call women pick me's, y'all can't get picked. Y'all desperate out here. You don't know how to get picked, but you're only projecting your feelings onto somebody else. You want to get picked, but nobody ain't trying to pick you, so you try to shame somebody else who's already picked with the pick me comment. It's so stupid. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, come on now. You're only hindering yourself. You only, hinder yourself from a blessing because you're not focused on you. You're so busy calling married women pick-me's when you probably will never, majority of black men will never get married. You never will have a successful relationship with a man because you don't know what that looks like. You don't know how to do that, but you're so delusional to it and you don't want to hear anything. Nobody can tell you anything. Nobody can correct you. So you just want to do what you want to do. And doing what y'all want to do is gotten y'all in the fixes that y'all are in now. Going after men with money. For the women who have, been with men with money, they get right. That don't turn into a long-lasting marriage and a stable relationship. Y'all end up leaving them because you don't like how you're being treated, or he just threw you to the curb. He wasn't really trying to be with you seriously. He was trying to, jump into them draws and that's it. Y'all, I don't understand, but y'all feel special when that happens. I don't understand. No type of accountability, no type of self-awareness, no type of self-respect. That's what we need to bring back. Bring back shame, but bring back self-respect. Women, young ladies, being young ladies and respecting themselves, not thinking that this 304 culture is empowerment. That's the worst thing that they could have done. And now you have young girls out here looking like, 304s in training, just out here following their moms, single moms. They all dressing alike, looking like hoes on the strip. Like, that's what y'all doing, and y'all think that that's great? Somebody need to tell y'all. Had no guidance, nobody to tell y'all anything, teach y'all anything, and now you just lost out here. So anytime you hear something that's opposite of what y'all are doing, you get pissed off and want to say, pick me's is the least. I mean, y'all walking around here lost like chicken head 304s out here just where do I go? What we do? Let's just go give our bodies to somebody. Come on, that's empowerment. We feel great. Like y'all crazy. It's just, no, you need to learn something new. Get yourself together. Start having more self-respect. Stop thinking that being these hoes out here is gonna get you a man that cares about you. All you getting is getting waxed down, front, back, upside down, back and forward, front was backwards, all the way around, letting these men pump and dump you, give you babies, you struggling to take care of them, and you out here confused, depressed, don't know which way to turn, and y'all think that that's what people want? You think that's what women should aspire to be like? No, that's not it. That's not it. And I say it because it's getting out of hand, and I think a lot of these women don't realize it, or they do, but they don't want to make any changes. Successful MD, thank you for the super chat. Says all 10s minus 12, child. Baby. Thank you, Successful MD. Quantum Solid says it doesn't matter if the men have money, they'll still have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You cannot please a delusion no matter what. Just look at celebrities and their women flipping on them. Yeah, I mean, it's a fact. And, people, thank you, Quantum Solace. I appreciate you for the support. You have women, delusional women, once again, out here thinking that that's the way to go. Get you a man gonna pay all. Like, no, these women, it's just not, it's not given. It's really not, It's the basic things. Nobody wants to be average. Nobody wants to do the main things that will get you a better outcome. Everybody's so superficial. And it goes, everybody want to be Christians and talk about the Bible and God. But doesn't the Bible say what something to the effect of what is it to gain the whole world and lose your soul? Doesn't it say that? Like, that tells you, like, gaining the worldly things is not going to be beneficial to you. It's not going to be the best thing for you. There's a difference between being successful and being living your life in abundance and success versus you're trying to go out here and follow worldly things and worldly possessions, and that's all you care about. That stuff falls. Look at Diddy. You got Diddy in jail. I know he probably didn't think he would ever be in this position. He's gained the world, the money, all of. Look at Jay-Z. All of these people are dealing with a lot of stuff based on their actions and the things that they've allegedly done in their lives. It all comes around. There's nothing wrong. I'm not saying you should go out here and not have a goal in life and want to be successful, because I think that it is important for you to thrive. I'm not saying you shouldn't have goals in life, but if your only goal in life is to go after somebody's finances and just to get money, you in for a world of trouble. You really are, because I say it all the time. That's not the only thing that matters in life. And people don't understand that. You don't understand it until you're in that situation. That guy, what is his name, with the computers, had all the money in the world. That money still didn't stop him from leaving this earth. All the money, all the testing, everything you could have ever had still couldn't save your life. That shows you that money is necessary, but it is not everything. And I've had people who disagree with me, but that's fine. We don't always have to agree. That's just my beliefs. Your belief may be something else. And if it's working for you, good for you. But I just don't think that that's the only thing that matters. You can have all the money, all the things, all the possessions, and you still be unhappy, still struggling to piece life together. You have people out here taking themselves out because they are just not happy, and they have money. So it's, I wish people would learn that. You know what I mean? Successful MD says it appears as if she sees herself as unattractive. Well, that's on her. Thank you, Successful MD. I mean, she gotta, I don't know why she look like Tiffany Haddish to me a little bit, but you know, that's on her. She gotta get that together. Let's continue.
With me and y'all can say all that mean stuff all you want. You gonna eat that later on. Swear. Laugh now, cry later.
Ooh, I do
'Cause I
appreciate
belong
you.
to God. So you
Okay.
gonna say all that mean stuff and think about it.
Lena B said, I agree. She's not wrong. She's not a pick me.
Thank you, girl.
Okay. And then Sam Major said, appreciate you, sis.
I appreciate all of y'all who agree with me and all of y'all who don't. I'm gonna be praying for you. I don't wish no hate on you. It's okay.
Devon said, this is the type of woman who will treat it like a top tier. I'm trying to read it. This is the type of woman who will treat it like a top tier lady, but women like me who live out in salvation with fear and then, I don't know.
And trembling. With fear and
Trembling.
trembling. She probably was talking about the women I was talking
But I
about.
think this is a guy though. I think this is a guy, Devon Catchings, who lives out in South. But it says, but women like me who lives out of his salvation with fear. I don't know. Can you write? Can you type it again, child? I couldn't understand. Um, wait, this one, Traveler said, Kendra, it is unfortunate that women walk around thinking they are the prize, or is it only unfortunate when the man believes so? Um, child, this is a question for me. I
Mm.
feel like here's the deal. She's right in some ways. It's not. This doesn't apply to all women, right? But yes, there are definitely women who are walking around like their shit don't stink, and can't nobody rise to the occasion. And a man would be lucky if he catches her. There is that group exists. Um, as I sit here for almost 5 years, I've talked to all people, right? Then I think sometimes women like you, Jackie, might have the soul that men say they want, but then they go and just describe the girl that you describe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's almost like I believe in law of attraction. So two people, y'all on the same level, so y'all equally have an issue. So
Mm-hmm.
um at the end of the day, yes, you're right about the women, but I can't take away the fact that these men are still participating with those women.
Yeah,
So
that's
they're
what I
both
said.
to blame if that's the case.
That's what I said. It looks like they're out of line. People are just out of line. Like that's why I'm like, man, get your strength back up so you can stop falling into this mess. Like, come on now. God gave y'all more strength than that. Like, come on now. It's like you come on. Think of buying a lemon car. Like you spend your money and that car just is busted up on the inside. That's what y'all settling for. It looks so beautiful on the lot. Get home, drive it a couple days. Boop 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 boop. Car tore up. That's what souls or insides are like. People are tore up. They're traumatized from their youth, and they're not dealing with themselves. And then they're like projecting it on other people. No, you can't settle for that.
Okay, we got LL Cool K said, I'm so sick of the prize conversation. It's a difference from being a prize versus being the prize. Everyone is a prize to a certain person. Okay. Um, okay, we have another. I don't know if I want to read that
Yeah.
one. Let's say they said she's throwing shots at Kendra. How is she throwing shots at me? I missed it.
Definitely not. Right?
I don't know. I missed it if you were.
I wasn't. I don't get down like that.
I don't know. True Seeker said, given her look, she has to talk like this.
Anyway,
No,
Okay, we're gonna
that's
keep.
wrong.
We
That's
did
wrong.
appreciate you, sis. Oh, he
That's
said this twice. This person is really on your side. Sam
right?
Major, appreciate you, sis.
wrong.
All right, we were at the end. So okay, Jackie, you got it off your chest, girl.
Thank you. That's all I
So
wanted to do.
all right, fellas, you already heard what her mindset is. Are you on the Kendra G singles dating app?
Okay, child. That's enough. That's enough of that. She made some good points. I will say she made some good points because I mean, it is what it is. It's the reality of what we're in now, and how a lot of people view relationships and stuff. So she said she made some good points, I don't know too much more about her or what, but she made some good points in this video. And, I just think, sometimes, the women who are these boss chicks and make money and take care of themselves, they truly don't agree with her type of rhetoric or what I'm saying. They don't. Because they really are, like I said before, a lot of these women who have worked hard to build themselves up, they really see themselves as that girl, as that bee. They really see themselves as, the top tier women, and nobody can't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? You think a 40-year-old woman who's successful and has been successful, and built herself up, you think she's going to listen to what a man has to say? And hell, and to be honest with y'all, he can make more money than her or not. It's still going to be difficult for her to listen to her because she's going to want to do what she wants to do. The minute the man, and this could be any woman that makes her own money, she's not going to let a man come in and lead her when she makes more than him or she makes just as much as him or whatever. She makes her own money. She's not going to come in and let him have a word to say edgewise. She's going to do what she want to do and he's going to accept it or not. You know what I'm saying? So these types of women, that's why I say it's the mentality. It's how you think. And like I said before, a lot of these women really think because they took care of themselves that they're special. And a man got to be really top tier to come in and deal with them. And these men are like, hell no, I worked hard too. And I'm not going to work hard just to come in and be under your thumb. I'm not going to work hard and come in and just be your step stool. I'm not going to come in and take your bullshit because just like you don't want to take no BS, he's not taking it either. And why should he? So this is why you have a lot of men nowadays who are like, doing their own thing. They're not really looking at these women because they're like, hey, I'm probably saving you some money. You're probably saving yourself a headache. You're probably preserving your peace because you don't have to deal with a yapping woman trying to control you and tell you what the hell to do and what you should be doing. So you will save money, preserve your peace, be at peace, move how you want to move, do your thing, live your life comfortably. Sometimes, I'm all for relationships. I love to see people get together and create life together. But at this point, it probably would be more peaceful for some to be by themselves because if you can't find a woman who's willing to work with you and be understanding to what a relationship is supposed to be, what's the point? The same way women saying they will not settle, they got to understand men aren't settling either. That's the thing. But they trying to force the men to settle. It's just crazy. Divine Photos, thank you for the super chat, says, I get tired of people using their parents as the example. Just because you come from 2-parent household don't mean you get the same outcome. You know what? That is so true. And, as much as I would, I think you should, I still believe that you should put your best foot forward and do things the right way and not out of order, meaning marry before you carry, give yourself and your kids the best chance possible to create a stable home and a stable environment for your kids. I'm always going to go that route. But it's still, we've seen it. It still depends on the parents and what they're teaching you. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, I said this the other day, there are fathers who are teaching their daughters to not depend on a man. He got to treat you like a princess. There are men who tell their daughters that, and that's why they believe it. But then they can't find a man who's like their father. They want the man to be like the father because that's what their fathers told them. And so that becomes an issue for a lot of those women because they can't find their fathers. You're looking for the wrong things in a man. Not saying a man can't be a provider, but it doesn't have to be in the sense that they're looking for. Like you're looking for the most, like everything, and you don't want to give anything because you're spoiled. You've been spoiled and you're selfish. So when you're spoiled and selfish, or you've been spoiled and you become selfish, that don't work well with anybody. And long are the days when we got the old men who were stepdads and thought that their women were something that they weren't. That's why those men were doing that. They thought, hey, if I want her, I'm going to take on her kids because they were told that hey, it's an honorable thing to be a stepfather. No, those days are long gone. Men aren't thinking like that anymore because they realize there's no benefit in that. And there's no benefit for them doing that. Thank you, Divine Photos. Quantum Solace says, in these hard times of calamity, we all should be more focused on investing in our spirit than worldly pursuits that has no value. Makes sense. But this 2020, we're damn near in 2025. You think these young people are trying to hear that? They're not trying to hear what I'm saying. They don't want to hear anything about investing in their spirit. They're like, hell that, I'm trying to get to the bag. They're trying to get to the bag. They're trying to get to them coins, the moolah, the money. They're trying to get to y'all money. They're not trying to really make it for themselves, because they realize that's difficult. That's difficult too, trying to make it and maintain it. See, this is the thing. You can make some money, but can you constantly make it and maintain it and you know what I'm saying? Grow it, build it, maintain. That's what they're struggling with. They're making the money and they're spending it as fast as they're getting it. So there's no maintaining anything. But when you get it, it's gone. Just as I heard this girl say she made $17,000 in one night. I'm pretty sure it was some sexual work, but $17,000 in one night, and she was broke the next day. And then she started talking about her bills. Her rent is so much $1,000. Her this is thousands of dollars. This is, and she had to keep doing it because she got those high bills. But you gotta, where is you spending this type of money on rent? Like, y'all, they're going for this lifestyle and it's killing them. And so you doing that, you gotta have somebody to back you up. You gotta have somebody to back up your finances and your lifestyle. They don't understand, hey, live below your means so that you can build something for your future and you won't have to work as hard. No, they're spending it to prove something to people, and you should never have to try to prove anything to any goddamn body, because who cares? This is not what you should be doing. You shouldn't be trying to prove you got it to strangers, to people who don't know you, to make yourself feel good and look good about yourself. Who gives a damn? That's not what anybody should be doing. You don't have to prove to nobody what you got, what you doing, or none of that. That's a mistake a lot of people make. You know, what's that whole thing? Trying to live, what is it, like the Joneses or something or whatever? You know, that's so stupid. Why, you know, and it's causing people to go broke and be bitter and stressed out. Thank you once again, Quantum Solace, for the super chat, child. It's just a hot mess out in these streets. So, you know, I know the dating world is horrible. And I will say again, you know, people are running around here scratching their heads and, you know, running in circles like, what? Oh, it's the men. It's the men. No, it's really the women for the most part, but it's a bit of everybody, because you do have the men who are catering to the foolishness. Some of them. A lot of men have, you know, they're woke and they realize, nah, I'm not doing that. But there are still some men who cater to the foolishness and which is consistently, you know, making these women more and more causing them to think in a delusional way, because you should be in control of your actions and your choices. Nobody else is making you do anything. You are the one who are choosing to do what you're doing. So I'm gonna take that back. I don't think men are making them do nothing. They doing what they want to do. You know, you have a choice. So nobody's holding you down, making you do nothing. It's your choice in the matter of what you choose to do, how you go about stuff. That's for everybody. So, you know, nobody's making you do nothing. You're choosing to do it. And when they don't get the outcomes, they're mad and confused. And you shouldn't be confused. Like I said, as much as people like to say, oh, we're in a different world. The core values still apply to what makes a relationship work. I don't care what nobody say. You know, I'm just saying the core values that would make a relationship work is still the same. Now, whether people want to believe that or adhere to that, that's what makes the difference, in my opinion. That's what makes the difference, because people don't want to, oh, we're not our grandmothers. We want to do, and you can make all the excuses that you want, that back in the day, it was this, it was that, it was all that. Well, I mean, you can make the excuses all day. But what worked. It worked. We were more married and stuck together and stood together. But now people like to try to break it apart and say, oh, well, they were dealing with this and they were dealing with, well, it looked like y'all still dealing with stuff. Y'all walking around crying and taking, you know, medicine to stay afloat. You still dealing. It's not like, oh, they had to deal with stuff. This is life. You're always going to have to deal with stuff. I don't understand. So you think that because your grandmamas was married for 24 years till death did them part, and Oh, she was dealing with this and dealing with that. Y'all still complain about dealing with infidelity and dealing with men cheating and not being faithful and not being committed to you and not doing this. Not so. What's the difference? You're just not married to him. You got a man that you want to be faithful who don't care to be faithful to you. So what's the difference? You're still out here crying, talking about you gave them your all and they did you dirty. What's the difference? You still dealing with a man that is not faithful to you and not, giving you what you want. What's the difference? Y'all just out here doing it without and not requiring anything in return. You're not requiring them to be faithful or be married to you or do what they need to do. So they gonna do what they want to do, just like y'all do what y'all want to do. So I don't know. I just think the core values that would work for relationships is what's lost. It's people don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. They tell you all day, we got bank accounts now. We can work, we can take care of ourselves, so do it. But you still want a man to take care of you. Make it make sense. I can see if y'all were saying, we got our bank accounts, we don't need no man, we ain't trying to get one, we're going to stick with our girls and we're going to go play with each other and we're going to have a good time and we don't need no man, But that ain't good enough. The dolls ain't good enough. The playing with each other ain't good enough. None of that's good enough. Y'all still want a man, but y'all still complaining about the men and trying to shame the men for having standards and wanting certain things that y'all not willing to give. So just do your own thing. That's what's happening. Successful MD says they want to be loose with marital benefits. Exactly. Oh my God, I say that all the time. Yeah, you want the benefits of what a marriage would look like, but you really don't want to commit to that. You really don't want to do what's necessary to get it. You just want them to give you everything on just general purposes. The GP, just because you got a vagina and you're hoping that he's so desperate for JJ that he's so desperate that he would just, do what you want him to do. And that's it. And you get what you want. But now the men are saying, nah, y'all done been ran through. I see, this ain't nothing special. I'll pass. I don't trust it. I'm scared. I'm going to catch nothing. Now y'all run around scared and confused. Like, what? Oh my God. The men aren't watching, the corn like they used to. They're not, they're not on these OnlyFans like they used to. Y'all money is dwindling. Y'all are scared. Y'all going to have to really go get a job for real. Because the very men you complain about, you can't, they starting to walk away from all of this sex work. They don't need to pay for it. They could just go to certain sites and just see it for free. So it's messing with y'all money, and now you don't know what to do because the very men y'all call dusty and talking about they don't make enough money are the ones who are supplying you the money that you made. So who's really going to be humble? And men could humble a lot of these women very quickly. If men really stepped away from all of this and really didn't support none of this, oh man, along with government assistance, oh Lord, you would see these women, they won't have no other choice but to start turning humble. You'll see them turning real humble because they ain't gonna have nowhere to run to. You ain't gonna have nowhere to hide. Baby, you gonna have to start pleading and begging for some help. You think they need help now. I'm just saying. So, as long as there are men who are supporting that, then they're going to be able to continue to grandstand and say, oh, we're so this and we're so that. But the minute the men really stop supporting that kind of stuff, you'll see what really happens. I'm just saying. Child. And they know it. But they're not gonna say it because they don't want to take no accountability whatsoever, for their actions, for what they do or whatever. Just play the blame game, blame the men. Oh, just go to the men. The men are the problem. They need to do this. They need to take on these single mothers. They need to take us. It ain't our fault that we decide to go get knocked up at 15 and 16. It ain't our fault that we, was having a good time like our grandmothers told us. It ain't our fault that we was, doing what we was told. So men need to understand, and your mom was a single mom, and so you need to be ready to wife up a single mother. It don't matter if I got 3-4 baby daddies by 4 different, baby daddies. I don't matter that I have that, and I got tattoos all over my body from head to toe, and I'm that girl, You should take on me and my kids and then do the most. They ain't even saying, look, Lord, I'm a work. She ain't even saying I'm gonna go work hard. I'm gonna bring in, we're gonna work together. No, you saying come in, the highest expectations out there for the men, and look what you want them to accept. Nothing wrong with you and your kids. Your kids should be special to you and whoever the fathers are. That don't mean they should be special to other men you looking to come into that. No, your kids should be special to you. That's yours. And the person you made them with. Yes, you're supposed to love them and they're special to you, but that don't mean they're special to everybody else. And that is not anybody else's responsibility to come in and take that on. That's a major responsibility. And they walk around and act like, oh, it's no big deal. Just take us on our 4 kids. Like, are you serious? Like that's y'all don't realize how major that is, how much effort and resources have to go into that. Y'all, what y'all think? Yeah, I mean, come on. Anyway, it's just one big hot mess though. But it is what it is, y'all. So listen, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. I gotta get out of here. I really appreciate you guys being here and for supporting and listen to what I have to say. Cause y'all could be like, girl, what you talking about? Y'all be really supporting and listen to what I'm saying, and I appreciate it. I try to, speak my real true thoughts and my real opinions on all of this. I try just, that, and these are my real thoughts. That's how I really feel about it. I really believe what I'm saying, and I really think that what's happening is just a hot, atrocious mess. And I really think that women need to get their ish together. I really do. And once again, for the people in the back, way in the back, I'm like, no, it's not me saying, oh, men don't have to work on themselves. We all are works in progress. I say it all the time. We can all do better. But it's not just all on the men to fix it all and do it all. Women need to put in the work as well. That's all I'm saying. Understand that it's going to take the women, because the women to me are the ones who have been left out there to believe that they've done no harm. They've done no wrong, that they're just perfect and they don't make mistakes. And that's so far from the truth. And this notion that, oh, just blame the black men for societal's downfall. It's just ridiculous to me. I just don't think that is what it is. I don't think that I think that if we're going to look at it like that, you got to look at the women. The women played a major role in all of this. Women were not out here, the stellar women, of the earth. They weren't out here just so perfect and doing everything right. No. So you have to be accountable as well. The men can't screw you if you don't let them. They ain't gonna have nobody to screw and make these single mothers if you close your legs, if you had more respect for yourself and said, no, if you required marriage, if you required commitment, if you required certain things from men and have not given yourself to them, then they wouldn't have any other choice but to get their shit together too and start saying, you know what, I can't get no woman. These women have requirements, man. Man, these women want, something more. So let me stop trying to play these games. Let me get it together. Because if I really want to, then I'm going to have to level up. Y'all don't look at it like that, because you only want to try to blame the men while you just open your legs freely to several different dudes, made several different babies by several different men, and you think you don't have no accountability in that part? You don't have no part to play in that? So while you can say, oh, men was a part of it, women are too. And that's the thing. They're trying to isolate themselves like they're better than average black men and that they did no wrong and they're just perfect. And that's just not the truth. And that's why we got to call it out, because we've been hearing men was the dogs and ain't ish for years. I know I've been hearing it. And then while I'm seeing something else, though, I'm hearing the men ain't nothing. And I'm seeing the women being reckless with their bodies, cheating, making babies, just reckless all over the place, and nobody's checking it. So it has to be checked and it has to change. So that's just what I'm saying. So you got to stop. And if women who think that men are the problem, you got to change that narrative. I'm not saying that there aren't men out here who aren't the problem. But there are definitely women who are the problem too. Y'all cater to the foolishness too. If you had a household of men who have been broken, then the women have been broken too. If y'all were raised by the same single mother who didn't have her stuff together and who was mentally challenged and didn't know what she was doing, then both of y'all came out of that with some scars. Not just the man. You had some scars too. And it's funny how women will talk about it when they want the sympathy from the scars. But when you're trying to diss a man and put him down, that goes out the window. But when you want the sympathy of how your mother was on drugs and left you stranded and you went through foster homes and this and that and how you struggled as a kid and why you still have trauma from that, when you get into sympathy points, you love telling that story. But when we talk about men, now you act like, oh, they so toxic and they got trauma. Now what happened to your trauma you just told us about? Oh, that don't matter when it comes to a man. Somehow yours is better. You're better. So your trauma was a better type of trauma than his was when y'all were raised in the same household, same type of environment? No. So we got to stop with the name blaming and shaming and putting men down just because you can, and start realizing, hey, every other race of people, they have issues, but they don't come out here. They have issues, and they do talk about the issues, trust me. And this idea that they're right and the men over here are wrong, I hear it all the time when that is not the case. It's like y'all pushing a narrative that will not benefit you in the end. And they realize it, but it's like, oh, we were wrong. We said all this negative stuff, but we need y'all. We want y'all to come back and do this and do that. And you depend on them to do stuff. But after you've bashed them to high hell and said they ain't nothing, they bottom of the barrel, they dusties and this, now you think these men are more inclined to come and hear anything you have to say? That's what you call foolish, and that's what they want men to be. Foolish and just go with the flow, and not even at your own benefit, or just to benefit them. Do what I say, what I want you to do. Stop. Don't worry about what I say. Oh, we're the black community. You're supposed to take what I'm saying and just go with it because you want something out of them. No, that doesn't benefit him. And I think it's a good thing that men are speaking out and men are saying, you know what, I want something too. I'm tired of just giving and expected to give and I get nothing. I think men realize that their worth, as much as women talk about their worth and they know their worth. Well, I was glad to see men knowing their worth as well. Why? I think I have sons. I don't want my sons going around here thinking that they should just accept anything. No, men know their worth too, and they know their worth, and they're not settling and accepting any old trash. And if you want a man of substance, then you need to get your shit together. You need to build yourself up and start doing better. That's all. It's not a hatred thing. It's about learning the truth and stop going off of this delusional old mindset and start waking up and realize what you need to do in order to get what you want. Stop expecting something for nothing. You want men to do all this, but you don't want to do nothing. That is not going to work. And that's why it's not working. You got to understand, if you won't settle, men won't settle either. Men have standards. There are quality men out here who have standards, and they can't find quality women because women are out here being empowered to be gold diggers and hoes. So you think a man of standards want a hoe and a gold digger? No. He want a decent, respectable woman who understands what a man is, what the responsibility and role of a man and a relationship is, and you understanding your part in it too. I don't think that's a whole lot to ask. But until women get that picture, they're going to continue to have a hard time, and they're not going to be able to find what it is they're looking for, and they're going to struggle by themselves. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So hopefully they can get it. Jay Tillman, thank you so much for the super chat. Says DeeDee, would you ever be interested in joining a panel of other married individuals speaking on these topics? Yes, I would. Thank you for the super chat, Jay. I appreciate you. I definitely would. So I think that, let me see, did I miss anybody? I think that's it. Thank you, Jay Tillman, once again for the super chat. I appreciate you. So, all right, you guys, that is it. I got to get out of here, but I appreciate y'all so much for being here. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way out. Also, go and support the channel by watching some of the videos already posted. You guys go over and watch the video and click like on the video. That would definitely help your girl out. Share the videos if you can. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content, you guys. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody who supports the channel via super chat or Cash App. I appreciate y'all so much. Okay. All right, Jay, I see you. So make sure you guys continue to support the channel by watching the videos, y'all. Hit the like button. That will help me out, all right? So even, that will definitely help out a lot. So I think that is it. Also, if you're interested in any of the merch on the channel, t-shirt, mug, or anything, go over and you can support in that way as well. That definitely helps me out as well. So I appreciate you guys once again. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Y'all be safe out here in these streets. And I will see you guys really, really soon. All right. So peace out. I love you guys. Be safe. Till next time. Mwah. I'll see you later. Bye.